Yo, 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 how you living? How you living? No, shut the fuck up,
What is
bro.
that?
You go, shut up. I like that.
Yo, yo,
I like
yo.
that. Just roll.
How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? We got the award bets we're going to roll in today. First Choice Fantasy. We got Cam. Obviously, I forgot to do this part. Mr. Cam with the draft. So what's up?
Going on, guys? Me and the giraffe still just living, ready to get some awards going.
He's living, he's feeling, and he's doing. And so is B Hair down there, and so is Alex
That's
over
right.
there. So we're going to hop into these award bets. We got MVP, AP Offensive Player of the Year, AP Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. So quickly, we're going to run through these after the intro. So somebody grab some scissors.
They're over there.
They're
Oh,
somewhere.
well.
I'm
We
just
can
gonna
chop
cut
to the
intro.
intro later.
I said, baby, I am not the one to play with. Ain't the type to give up, I'm driven and motivated. I just want some recognition and some compensation. But this ain't about the money and it ain't about the fame. I got lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out.
We back. We're hopping into these real quick, diving nose first. We're just gonna not real deep explanations. We're just gonna tell you our picks, tell you the odds, and FanDuel SportsBook is where we're getting these odds from, where we're getting the selections from. So I'm gonna go first. My MVP choice. I'm gonna go, around the circle. So MVP, Drew Brees, plus 1,700. Monster year from him. Never won MVP before. Pretty questionable win. I think he's pretty talented, obviously. What, Alex? What was he? The leading, or is he leading passing yards leader or passing
Touchdowns.
completion? Touchdowns. Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not
He
know that.
took the
Okay.
lead last year in a game against the Colts, I believe, in which they kicked the shit out of the Colts.
And they're
I
going
think it was Traquan Smith that caught his go-ahead.
Traquan Smith. Okay, anyway, I mean, Traquan Smith, Drew Brees says he's going to break out. So, I mean, if he's breaking out, he's got Michael Thomas, he's got Emmanuel Sanders, he's got all these players that are breaking out. I mean, Drew Brees is going to break out again. Let's be real.
I'm ignoring the Traquan Smith take.
I ignore all that training camp bullshit.
I will say I respect the Drew Brees pick.
I appreciate
Respect
it. I appreciate it. And I don't really have any more explanations for it besides the fact, I mean, Alvin Kamara, monster, is going to have a monster year as well. That's it. That's the only words I got. So I guess we just hop into Alex's MVP pick of Kyler Murray.
Give me Kyler. He's got the same odds as Cam's guy who get into. Give me Kyler. It's a young man's game. The MVP the last two seasons – is it two or three? I think the last two seasons has been a second-year quarterback. We're going to continue that trend here. My boy Kyler's getting in.
It's an understandable pick.
I want to say I thought about it. But
Well,
then
you
I
didn't
figured,
do it, Brandon.
Then
so
I
fuck
figured, well, Alex has him, so I picked the guy
Nah.
I picked.
Nah.
But he was my first thought, and then
he was your first choice.
I was swayed. Yeah.
Brandon, can you
could
walk
always
yet?
go with the first choice. I don't know.
Can you walk yet, or are you still on crutches?
I can walk a little.
All right, well, I want you to drag your ass over to that couch and sit down.
Yeah. I'd rather stay here with my peers in the draft.
I'm not your peer.
The peers and the giraffe. Okay, but I just got to say I like the Kyler Murray odds, but I don't like DeAndre Hopkins, like I said before. I think he's just –
You don't
It's
like
hate.
him? Have you ever
It's
even
hate.
met him?
I mean, I'm not high on him. I'm not
that's
high on him.
disrespectful.
Watch the
The
hand.
hate. Get out. It's
I'm
just,
not
it's just
high
wrong.
on him. I'm very moderate on him.
The hate is wrong.
I think Kyler Murray could definitely be up there, though.
All right, but I want to hear why Aaron Rodgers is MVP.
Same.
I'm sorry, freaking my dog came in. I was trying to get her out.
I thought you were like, what do you mean?
Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, he's got the same odds as Kyler Murray at plus 2,300.
And he's throwing a
Aaron
cardboard
Rodgers
cutout.
is a very, very egotistical man, and he was very publicly upset with that first-round pick of Jordan Love. And he is going to be thinking, fuck you, front office, as he throws 30, 35, 40 touchdowns this year. And that's that. Devontae Adams is going to be eaten. I think A.J. Dillon back there is going to allow Aaron Jones to be under the radar a little bit more, allow him to catch more balls. Yeah. So
Well, I
think
do not
Aaron
agree.
Rodgers
That
won
is a
that season.
hilarious explanation. So credit for that.
I like it. I understand it thinking about it because, I mean, what did Aaron Jones have last year rushing-wise touchdowns? He had like 12?
12,
lot.
something like that. He was one of the most touchdown-dependent running backs there is.
Yeah.
And I can see their passing shifting to more touchdowns. I mean, I can see it happening adjustment-wise, but
I just like the idea of Aaron Rodgers being so mad at the team
it's gonna
He
go
just-
crazy.
that he wins them a
just
Super
lights
Bowl.
on fire and wins the
Like-
Super Bowl.
Like he rolls through the regular season, and as soon as the playoff hits, he just starts throwing ducks.
Yeah, fuck you
Like,
guys.
nah, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like Mike
might have
Patton, or Mike Patton. What's their coach's name? Matt LaFleur? He just starts
Yeah.
calling one plays, and Aaron Rodgers goes
Yeah.
out. He's like, "No, we're doing this play," and then they just run like a Hail Mary every single
I can
play.
see it, dude. They try and get him to pitch the ball to Aaron Jones late in the game. They're down. Says, fuck that.
That's kind of like what Dak
Every
Prescott
time.
does unintentionally.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Dak Prescott, who's your MVP choice, Brandon?
Yeah, he is my MVP choice.
Man, you pivot from
But-
Kyler to him, I ought to smack you.
I pivoted. That's right. Yeah. I mean, the confidence is lacking. That's why I'm pretty set on. I would pick Kyler, but since he was off the table,
No, he wasn't.
it was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
with that.
You're dumb.
All right,
What was
offensive
Dak-
player of the year. Ed,
What was that?
start at the top. Offensive player of the year. Who you
Oh,
got?
we're just diving into it. I was talking about the odds still, but sure, let me
Oh,
dive
yeah.
into it.
Fuck
You
you.
just talk about the odds. Go for it. Talk about the odds. I want to hear the odds of Dak.
Dak Prescott was fourth, I think, on the list behind Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes.
It's all
That's
about
crazy
Russell
to me.
Wilson.
It's crazy to me that Carson Wentz is fifth on the list. I did not
Yeah.
expect that. And
They know
Yeah.
something we don't.
No, I think that's pretty good. I mean, Carson's going to have to, if the Eagles are any good and they do go 11-5, it's going to be because of a MVP-esque Carson
Yeah,
Wentz.
that was going to be my next statement. If by
Fair.
chance they do happen to be good, I have to imagine he's going to get a hell of a lot of votes for that.
Yeah.
that's why my optimism lies with a 9-7 at the ceiling, the absolute ceiling.
That's why I like the
Absolute.
Eagles, man. We got a franchise quarterback.
We do.
For
I agree with
two
that.
I do
Can't be
too.
two down.
I love
I mean,
one.
he doesn't play
love
cornerback,
him.
but it's fine.
This is true. I mean, he might one day.
He
One
might.
day. All right, AP Offensive Player of the Year. For me, I chose Saquon Barkley. It was very close between Saquon and I actually had Alvin Kamara on here early on and then pivoted to Saquon just because, I mean, man's a monster, and I don't want to go with both Saints players for AP Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. So I kind of wanted to switch it up and go Saquon. I mean, Saquon's a monster, talented, probably going to get – I think he could possibly be like top 3 in receptions this year among running backs. You're going to have like a Leonard Fournette-esque 70 catches this year. That'd be pretty beautiful in my eyes. I think it's definitely plausible. And rushing-wise, obviously, he's up there as one of the best rushers in the game. And he has the 6th best odds, AP Offensive Player of the Year. I think it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Plus 1,800, by the way. Plus 1,800 because I didn't state that early on. No conversation about that. I guess we'll head on to Alex's C-Mac.
Yeah, I'd say give me C-Mac plus 1,300. I think he wins it last year if it weren't for Michael Thomas setting the reception record. And he's going to get at least one of them sometime in his career. He's a fucking monster.
I also
I
have
don't think he's going
Christian
anywhere.
McCaffrey.
Oh, you do have Chris McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's good.
McCaffrey's a very good pick.
He's going to have to win one at some point.
Mm-hmm.
What is his odds? His odds were
Plus 1,300.
and he was third amongst all players behind 2 quarterbacks. He was the highest running back, wide receiver. Pretty wild.
There's a
Understandable, though. I'm surprised he didn't get it last year.
there's a tempting part of me that really wanted to go dark horse here and pick DJ Moore.
That is dark.
Like
as
that
it gets,
is
man.
deep
What are the
as
odds on
hell.
that?
I was going to say, that's like
Deep. Yeah, I remember looking
Plus
at it and I was
9,000.
like, I just
underneath
kept
the
going
ocean,
down.
dark.
It's probably like plus 20,000, I think.
Like
One of
legit. That
It's
could
plus
be
9,000.
that's
Okay.
it.
So it's
9,000.
not that deep, but I mean, that's
You should
just,
pick a tight end player.
Darren Waller's on. I thought I saw Darren Waller on the list somewhere down here.
When's the last time a tight end
Devontae
won
Freeman
APL
is on the
player?
list.
Only
Wow.
tight end that would have a chance would probably be Travis Kelce, but it's
George
still.
Kittle.
Kittle has
George
a
Kittle.
chance.
Kittle. I say Kittle over Kelsey.
I
That's
think
just
Kittle
because-
just has more of a role outside of catching the football. And so the stats wouldn't be there.
So I guess we can move on to Cam's choice.
My offensive player of the year. I got Kyler Murray plus 3,200. I did want to be on record for saying Saquon Barkley is my preferred choice, but I wanted to mix it up for this award. Best case scenario for Kyler: throws for 4,000 yards, maybe rushes for 6 to 9 touchdowns, possibly, and the best case scenario, he gets Offensive Player of the Year, leading the Cardinals to the playoffs.
Best case scenario is Offensive Player of the Year.
I'm going to cut in for a minute here because I decided to look it up. No tight end has ever won, and in fact, only 2 receivers have won. Jerry Rice did it twice, and Michael Thomas did it once.
That's why. What has it been? Just quarterbacks?
Mostly running backs, actually. I think that's the type of award where, like, the quarterback wins the MVP and they give it to a running back. But, yeah, quarterback and running back. But anyway.
That's neat.
You should did Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara.
No, I cannot. I kind of actually wanted to change it back to C-Mac thinking about it, but I'm sticking with Saquon. So Cam, put me on record for Saquon as your preferred choice. So you preferred him over Kyler, I'm assuming, but you didn't want to double up, I'm assuming?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yeah, I think Saquon's going to be carrying a major load, obviously, for the Giants, and he's going to be due to bounce back after last year. Last year was a little subpar for him, so he's going to be.
At the end of the year, he went crazy.
What's that?
At the end of the year, he went crazy. When he came back.
Yeah, when he was fully healthy, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So as long as he's fully healthy, he's going to be going crazy just like that again.
That man recovered from a high ankle sprain in like 2 or 3 weeks or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Insane.
I thought I was getting bold by saying he was going to have 70 receptions, but his first year he had 91, so he's definitely getting up back to the 90-plus reception. That is wild. I did not know that. Yeah, he's a monster. He's not bad. That's a fact.
Not bad.
Not bad.
All right.
He's decent.
Brandon, you already went over your Christian McCaffrey Offensive Player of the Year, so I guess we'll dive into Defensive Player of the Year. And me and Alex share the same player with Nick Bosa, plus 1,300.
I had to Google the odds for this because I was going with Nick Bosa before I even looked at anything.
That's fair.
He's getting it. He almost won it last year.
Did he?
Yeah, he was up there. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's one of the biggest difference makers I've ever watched on defense. He can really just destroy a game. It's actually astonishing to watch.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He was a rookie last year too, wasn't
he?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Not cool. He is 22 years old. He is not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. That is wild. Sheesh. Yeah, he's definitely winning it this year in my eyes, but I don't really know.
It's not like they lost Buckner or whatever, but they still got a lot of talent on that defensive line. It's not like teams can just afford to only block him.
Hold on. I think my pick can provide a little competition. Myles Garrett, he's a beast in his own right, man.
I see we all went pass rushers, so that's good.
Yeah, got Myles Garrett at plus 1,800. He's going to be leading the charge on that Browns defense. And what did he have? I know he's in double-digit sacks. I know he's in the teens before he got suspended. So I think
as long as he doesn't just try to kill anybody this year.
Yeah, he's
going to be angry at the league for that suspension, man. He's going to be coming back with a vengeance.
These ego-driven performances, I respect it, Cam.
They are big, man. They are big.
Garrett can blame the NFL for him trying to decapitate.
There he can. Because he says that Mason Rudolph said the derogatory words to him. So
if he did, then fair enough.
But no one else does. So I'm like, hey man, fuck you guys. But no, I think he's going to be very good this year, and he'll be on his way to at least 16 sacks. So that wouldn't win him Defense Player of the Year, but he'll be up there.
I think Aaron Donald, Nick Bosa, and Myles Garrett are probably top 3 choices, finalists, I guess you would say, for Defense Player of the Year. Obviously, I don't know much about defense and whatnot, but
I think they might lean away from Donald because Donald has already won it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
a lot of these
voters
awards
fatigue.
get very they get very political. You don't want to give it to the guy. That's why I say I think C-Mac is due for one. He could have had it last year, but will get this
So I feel
year,
like Drew Brees is due for one. I mean, he's played the entire career pretty solidly, and he just
Yeah, I don't
hasn't
know
won
how
one.
he's missed that, but
Yeah.
that's fair.
Understandable about the politics,
Politics.
politics. Brandon, let's hear your defensive player of the year choice.
TJ Watt, mark it down.
Mark it down.
Yep.
That's fair.
Marking
He was
it
pretty
down.
solid last year as well. I liked
Yeah.
watching him. Him and Nick Bosa are probably my two most entertaining defensive linemen I've seen in my probably 5 years.
And if you're looking for another mental thing for him, he's going to be like, hey, man, fuck you, JJ. I need one too.
Yeah.
That's another.
Looking for more mental-driven awards. There you go.
I can respect the emotions.
Next one up is the other Watt, the fullback.
Oh,
They going
Derek
for
Watt.
one, too.
What's he gonna win?
I don't know.
Offensive player
Is
of the year,
there-
MVP?
I
Blocker
can
of
tell
the
you
year.
that
Yeah.
a fullback has not won offensive player of the year, so
That's
Ever.
ridiculous.
That
he's going to need to get on it.
Watt's gonna get really challenged.
Yeah.
That would be the most 1974 shit ever if the fullback won offensive player of the year.
What team is he on? Is he on the Patriots?
Well, did he play
Is he
for
on
the
the
Chargers?
Chargers?
Chargers.
I was gonna say if it's the Patriots, definitely likely he could definitely.
That's
win.
one thing that I could confidently say will never, ever happen in the history of football is the fullback
fullback?
winning any award.
That's fair.
Unless they
best
make a
blocker.
fullback award specifically.
Yeah. What if they play primarily as a fullback, but then they switch out to tight end occasionally and get some receiving yards?
Oh.
Okay. I'm still confident.
Sure, tight ends and never won. You're right.
Still confident.
All right, let's move on then, I guess, to Offensive Rookie of the Year. I marked it down as CEH. It was up there for me with CEH and Burrow. Me and Alex share CEH as our Offensive Rookie of the Year at plus 360. Obviously, we talked about it before. Alex is in love with CEH and Burrow, but he kind of is scared, I guess you could say. What's the word, Alex, for Burrow this year?
I think Burrow's going to do solid, but Edwards-Helaire has all of the makings of an explosion on his hands. So,
Well, that's not good.
well, I'm not saying he's literally going to explode.
He's just making
Yes,
fun.
that would be very bad.
That would be very bad.
He just
Or at least a suspension.
He'd probably take
or
out Mahomes
something.
with him,
Like,
too.
what?
What if it was and maybe Tyreek Hill was motioning, he'd take out all three of them at one time. That'd be terrible.
Jet sweep.
Yes, jet sweep, of course. All right.
All right, well, you said it, not me, so.
Yeah. So I guess I don't really have any more explanation for CEH besides the scenario that he's in. So
Yeah, I don't know either.
well, let's hop into Cam's Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay, I didn't realize he had CEH as well. Jonathan Taylor out of Nebraska, I think. Nebraska,
Wisconsin.
I think it was
Wisconsin. They're very similar looking uniforms.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor plus 1,000. Going into the Colts offense behind that stellar offensive line, Quentin Nelson and them boys. Phillip Rivers, like Alex was ranting about earlier, he's going to be throwing a bunch of ducks up the middle for the free safety. They're going to be forced to hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to be eaten. So, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Over/under on how many games it takes for them to decide that Marlon Mack is not better than Jonathan Taylor. I'm going with 0.
I'm going with
I
2.
hope so.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're too high on him anymore. So, 0.
Generally, when you take a
Between
running
0 and
back
2.
in the second round,
Yeah.
it's a sign that you're not a huge fan of.
He's
Current
pretty good, though. He's got some stellar highlights going on. The
Mack
injury history is his problem. Yeah, Mac.
I just don't he seems like he can't really pass protect, and he has offered them precisely nothing in the passing game.
Yeah.
He can create yards on the ground by himself, though. That's the thing that I like about Mac.
Yeah, he's very good ground rusher, obviously.
What was I going to say? I seen a tweet. I don't remember who said it or whatnot, but I think that if I recall correctly, Phillip Rivers has targeted the running back on his team under 100 times, never in his entire career. Every single
Never.
year. Never.
And Marlon Mack doesn't catch out of the backfield. So, someone does.
Someone does, and Brandon will tell you
Someone
who does.
will.
Someone will.
Naeem Hines.
Name's going to be Taylor because just because they didn't let him do it in college doesn't mean that he can't.
This is valid.
Well, now tell me, Brandon, about how you're going to throw your money away on Brian Edwards.
All right, I'm throwing so much money down. Brian Edwards out of South Carolina.
Let's hear his odds. What are his odds?
This was kind of a fucking
10,000.
guys. I have so much faith and in Brian Edwards.
So you're expecting him to produce so much as a wide receiver that he gets the reward over Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
In the last
Jonathan
20
Taylor.
years, the only guys to win Rookie of the Year at wide receiver were Odell, Percy
Makes
Harvin,
sense. Okay.
and outside of the 20-year window, but
Percy
Randy
Harvin.
Moss won it in '98.
Who are the quarterbacks drafted?
Listen,
whenever
if I was
those players
actually
were-
putting money on this, I wouldn't do that.
You're not actually putting. What is this? What is this? I've put money on every single one of my bets.
This is a statement, not this one was a statement. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm glad nobody's listening.
A
to your
statement
advice
that
for
I
this.
actually wouldn't put money on, but a
Yeah, it
statement
is.
nonetheless.
Okay, so
All right,
viewers, do not listen to Brandon's betting choices because this is
Okay,
just a
this is
statement.
one.
he's making.
This one. Okay.
Just this one. Okay.
This is way off topic,
How
but I'm
how
looking back
serious
in
am
the
I
record
taking
books here.
this? Come on, like this is a hard thing to bet on. So it could be him. It could be Brian Edwards. It could be Joe Burrow. I mean, you
I
never
think Joe
know.
Burrow's odds are better. I mean, obviously they're better than.
Like you're
Brian
telling
Edwards.
me you could put total confidence down on the defensive rookie of the year
Who's a defensive rookie of the year?
for you?
Patrick Queen? No.
Exactly.
mean,
So,
If I wanted to choose somebody that I actually believe would make an impact, it was going to be Kenneth Murray. Maybe Isaiah Simmons, possibly. That was my close second. But I went
but
with
we
Patrick
have
Queen
them picked.
You're missing the
as a
obvious.
result of me not knowing a damn thing about defense, as I said previously. So,
Hey,
so
y'all
I
want to
picked
hear
that.
some shit?
Yeah.
I'm looking through these record books, and in 1980, the defensive rookie of the year was two players, both for the Atlanta Falcons. They were both linebackers. They were
Really?
co-winners. What the fuck?
How the hell does that work?
What kind of
They
copped
did
out
so
bullshit
good
is that?
together.
They've been
That's
tracking
crazy.
this since 1967, and there have never been a co-winner outside of that 1 year where two linebackers, both from the Falcons, and they were like, yeah, fuck it, they both win.
Mark
wild.
Ingram and Alvin Kamara should have been co-winners of the offensive player of the year.
Well, that was
Yeah,
rookie of the
amazing.
year, so
And they
it's
went-
going to be
they
hard
went
for
pretty
them to win
crazy.
rookie of the year at the same time when Kamara's like 8 years younger.
All right. Instead of going to the defensive rookie of the year, we skipped over the comeback player of the year. So I'm just going to dive into that real quick. I didn't have one written up because I was stuck between two, and I guess I'm just going to go with the one and Bradley Chubb. It was between him and Alden Smith, and Alden Smith's been away the game for so long, so I'm just not going to go
Alden
with that.
Smith, that would be bold.
Bradley Chubb is at plus 3,300, and Alden Smith's plus 5,000, which I mean it's pretty fucking amazing actually. But I just see Bradley Chubb coming back, making an impact on that defense with Von Miller. I mean, Bradley Chubb before he got injured. What did he tear? Is it Achilles or something like that? What happened with him?
I think he tore his ACL.
Yeah, I don't know.
think.
Yeah.
I don't
think
follow the Broncos.
I know Bradley Chubb before he got hurt, he was pretty good. So
Yeah, he was very good.
he has worse odds than AJ Green, Nick Foles, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, let that sink in real quick. He has worse odds than Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is 9th on the list, and Bradley Chubb's 12th.
It was an ACL, by the way.
Yeah. I still believe in him. I don't really have anything else to say. Obviously, like I said, I'm not really a defensive kind of guy. And could have put it on an offensive bet, but I think Bradley Chubb plus 3,300 behind Andy Dalton, a backup quarterback, is a valid selection.
Makes sense.
So let's hear Alex's comeback player of the year for.
I just feel like there's too
Alex's-
many quarterbacks that have been out for significant periods of time that are going to be playing now. I feel like it's going to be one of them. I didn't even really think about Stafford, but one of you guys mentioned earlier. But I'll stick with Roethlisberger because he missed the whole season. And if he has even a decent year, we're all going to be salivating over how Ben Roethlisberger came back from this elbow injury to be a starting quarterback again.
See, that's the exact reasoning that I have Cam Newton at plus 340 because I think if he plays all 16 games and plays half as well as he has in the past, wins them 9 games or something like that, they're going to be salivating over it, and it's going to be his award to lose.
I see your thinking there, but I think a pig will fly out of my ass before Cam Newton stays on the field for 16 straight games.
I've never heard
And if
that
he
in my
does,
life.
then I'll probably never sleep again because that would be terrifying.
That
Pig
would be-
flying out of my
my
ass would be
God.
terrifying.
Pigs flying out of Alex's ass. Okay.
I had Ben
I-
Roethlisberger
Not looking
also.
forward to that.
Just marking that
I would
down
have
a
picked a
while.
quarterback. I would go with Cam Newton and Cam's.
I know that,
Cam's
but-
favorite. I mean, like I said, it came back down to earth on him. But Ben Roethlisberger, I just don't. It's an elbow injury. Like it's not like it's not like it's his toe. It's not like he broke his foot, broke his toe. Like it's something major in his throwing arm. So it's kind of questionable to me. Alex Smith, I don't even think he's going to start. If he does start, it might start like 2 games. I don't think that's worthy of comeback player of the year, though I respect him for his efforts and the fact that he actually came back to the NFL after having, 14
The fact
surgeries
that
or
he's
something like
still alive.
that too, and still has a mobile working leg. It's pretty insane.
The fact that the Redskins haven't accidentally killed him since then is impressive.
Yeah.
They're not
Or
even
corrupted him.
that anymore. The fact that Washington hasn't
The
almost killed him.
football team. The football team
Yes.
hasn't corrupted him. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll hop into Cam's selection. I know we already talked about it. I don't know why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Cam Newton for Cam. Look at that. That's just fucking magic.
Cam.
Cam's great. And then Brandon had Ben Roethlisberger as well. So, you want to touch on Ben Roethlisberger, Brandon?
No. I already talked enough about Ben Roethlisberger. Look back on the
Such an emphatic no. No.
The previous video we talked
Yeah.
about, Brandon talked about. Guess we'll hop into Defensive Rookie of the Year. As I stated before, Patrick Queen, not too confident in it, but I went with it because I didn't feel like going with somebody else somebody picked. So I didn't even know what team he was on prior to this video. I'm not going to lie to you. I said, what team is he on? The Saints? And they're like, no, he's on the Ravens. Okay, so that's cool. So I guess we can just go to Alex,
Hey.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Before I tell you why it's not going to happen, Patrick Queen is in a good spot because they play in a 3-4, and like if you think about it, he's an inside linebacker. You're kind of protected a lot there with another one right next to you. So the more plays he makes, they'll stand out more. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They might be able to use him as like that rover that just kind of goes out and does stuff.
Yeah.
But either way, he's not going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year because Chase Young is. Because Chase Young
Until
is
Washington
kind of
somehow corrupts him.
that's always a fear, but he's walking into a Nick Bosa-like situation. The guy's a monster, and he's playing on a very talented defensive line. Unfortunately, I think he's going to eat. I see him double-digit sacks easily.
Valid. I just think it's a cop-out, so I'm not a fan of it.
I mean, sometimes it's a cop-out for a reason.
You're not wrong.
I wouldn't really be comfortable betting on anyone but him here.
was it a worth it cop out?
Yes.
Is it worth it to you?
He's-
Okay.
He's going
When was the last time a cornerback
Sure.
won the Defensive Rookie of the Year?
cornerback?
Yeah, because I see it.
I couldn't
let me
imagine.
go,
Akuda, yeah. I was thinking of Akuda, but
let me tell
I was just looking at
I
him.
mean they would have to put up like 6 to 8 interceptions maybe to have a chance to
2017. Would you like to guess who?
Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, Lattimore.
And in 2015, Marcus Peters won it.
Because these
the
are
last
these are
cornerback-
stats looking like.
The last cornerback was in 98,
Jesus.
Charles Woodson before Peters. So,
What were their stats looking like? What was Lattimore?
let's go find out.
Lattimore's a fucking lockdown. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a. Can I just see his stats? Why you gotta be a pain in my ass like that?
Doesn't help. I mean, it does help that he was in a division with Julio and say he just locks Julio down 1 to 2 games. I mean, that's evidence in itself to win Defensive Player Rookie of the Year.
For sure. Hold him to
Jeff
a low
Okuda's
stat
fate
line.
for Devontae Adams, which is also another possibility. I mean, that wouldn't be too rough. Plus, he's a top pick, and I think he's pretty valid. But if he gets those interceptions, like I'm sure with Marshawn Lattimore and Marcus Peters, I know he definitely had crazy interception.
Okuda would be covering Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen, and
Devontae Adams. That's rough.
Devontae Adams.
6 out of 16 games. I mean, if he does perform pretty, 3 to 4
Oh,
out
I
of
missed
6
one.
games.
In 2004, somebody named Dunta Robinson, whose name I definitely just butchered.
Dunta. I remember him.
Dunta.
He was on the Falcons.
He won it for the
fucking-
Houston Texans.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Huh?
Yeah, I believe he was on the Falcons.
He was a cornerback. Huh?
I feel like I remember him. I know who it was, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna sit here and say the name rings a bell because it really doesn't. But he won.
I just knew the
Defensive
Dunta
TV
because
in
you
2004
have
as a
named
cornerback.
Dunta. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get to my rookie of the year, defensive.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm taking Kenneth Murray. He's going to be balling out in the middle of that Chargers defense. Linebackers have been steadily on the rise lately. I mean, there's been at least 1 or 2 very high impact linebackers out of every single draft the past couple of years. You got Leighton Vander Esch, you got Jalen Smith, you got Darius Leonard. That's just a few names recently. And Leonard was right on the verge, or didn't he win an award?
Yeah, he
Thank
won
you.
Rookie of the Year
Yeah.
in 2018.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I mean,
He's a
I think
second-round
linebackers
pick.
are on the come up, and there's really not a safe pick outside of Chase Young here. So, I like his odds at plus 2,100. I think it's good to go.
I like the fact. Well, obviously, I don't like the fact, but Xavier McKinney, I believe, got hurt. Everybody break his foot. Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Okay, well,
Isn't
there was,
McKinney on the Vikings?
not
Giants.
McKinney. Who was the guy that was on the Giants? Is
McKinney was the safety on the Giants.
Yeah, he got. I'm pretty sure he broke his foot or did something substantial. He's out for the year, if I recall correctly.
Let me go check. That's better. Yeah, fractured left foot. I don't know how long they're saying he's going to miss, but
That's rough.
they're saying that they're hoping he can play like after the bye week, but their bye week is in week 12. So it's going to be kind of hard to win Rookie of the Year when you only play 4 games.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought him up. I guess just because of the fact he kind of eliminates another person that could be competing for the Rookie of the Year. And
I mean, he probably would have been a starter there.
oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, what is their secondary looking like after Sam
Nobody.
Beal is in jail or whatever the heck happened?
No, DeAndre Baker was the guy
DeAndre
that
Baker.
got
That's right.
hit for,
Yeah.
robbing a party. Good job, my guy.
Rough situation there.
It was him and some other football player, too. Forget the
Well,
other
originally
one.
they had charged the guy
Quentin Dunbar, wasn't
from the
it?
Seahawks,
Yeah.
but they dropped his charges.
Okay.
That's insane.
So, yeah, I'm not really sure why you're an NFL player robbing somebody at gunpoint, but
That
you
is a good
Yeah.
point. All right.
Especially
Well, I
at that
guess-
age, he still had his best contracts ahead of him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he sucked anyway, so
Didn't he only play 1 year?
you get a
Yeah,
bad
the rookie
rookie
last
year.
year.
Apparently, they
This
did
is
not
bad
like his
rookie year.
attitude around the facility. However, that doesn't change the fact that he still had a first-round contract. So that
Wait,
that'd
wait,
have
he
been a
was a
lot more
first-round
money
pick?
regardless. Yeah, I think he was like 32nd overall or 30th or something like that.
That's crazy to throw a
They
career
traded
like
up for him to get him.
like Aaron Hernandez-esque, but not that deep. Apologize for the political views. I don't fucking know. It's rough.
I don't know if
not
Hernandez
political.
counts as a political. I don't know if murder is political.
I just
It's controversial,
I
is
didn't wanna
all.
talk about it.
Controversial.
What was that?
It's just a controversial subject, is all.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess
What's
that,
not controversial is the fact that Isaiah Simmons at plus 550 is looking good.
I completely
So-
forgot about the selection, man. It is looking pretty good. That was my.
I
my
think,
third choice.
in my opinion, he's the best bet outside of Chase Young.
Oh yeah,
No,
definitely.
myself.
Gonna be covering George Kittle. That's gonna be a good match. We'll see.
I'll enjoy it.
I'm intrigued to see how they're going to use him. You could use him anywhere from defensive end to deep safety. So let's see what they got in mind.
Exactly. And I think
My thing
it's
is-
going to be such a significant difference from last year to this year because last year they got butchered by tight ends. So that alone,
You just gotta
to-
hope that
to the public's mind, it's going to be like, oh, wow, well, the defense was clearly improved.
you just gotta hope that they have a coordinator that can actually use him intelligently. The last time they drafted a very versatile player was Hassan Reddick or whatever, and they didn't use him worth shit.
Yeah.
When you get these like dudes that are like chess pieces, you gotta have a coordinator that knows what to do with them.
Wasn't Deion Buchanan on their team at one point as well?
Yeah, although I think hasn't he just like faded out of the
Yeah.
NFL in general? He's too
Yeah.
small to play linebacker, and he's too slow to play safety. It's a hard knock life.
Hard knock life for Mr. Buchanan. All right. Read it
He
out.
was a first-round pick, though. That's some cash, then.
That is insane.
He's doing fine.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Do it
Cam
all.
Cutlass heading out. Let us know in the comments if you want Cam to bring. We're going to bring Cam back. I don't know what the fuck that was. We're bringing Cam back. You don't need to comment anything. But we're bringing Cam back for the betting weekly bets usually. We're going to do them weekly throughout the season. Hopefully the season, lasts. But without further ado, I guess we're just going to head out. So like, comment, subscribe, share. Deuces.
Later.
See you, fellas.